to another reaction of Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is episode 4. Real quick disclaimer, y'all. If you do not live in New York City, you do not understand the pain and the mayhem that we have to deal with in the city. There is once again construction going on in front of my house. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. They have been focusing on this little section of the road because of these people that just bought this house. So it has been constant for like 2 months. So if you hear loud banging and slamming sounds during this reaction, write to New York State, don't write to me. It's dreadful. I always tell people, if you are used to the suburbs, do not move to New York City. First of all, the prices are ridiculous. And then on top of the prices being ridiculous, they want to have fucking construction every other day. So you cannot sleep. You cannot, and the crime rate out here is dreadful. So you don't even go outside, so you're fucked. Regardless, you guys clicked this not to hear about New York City, but to see The Last Avatar, Airbender, whatever. Let's get into this. The last episode I really liked. We were introduced to the daughter, so I was excited to get into it. We only have 4 more episodes to go. Before somebody comments and lets you know, I definitely was gone for last week, and now we're back this week, so we're going to try to wrap things up. That was like a fake vacation. I was actually working every day, and I need a vacation from YouTube and the rest of the world, because, darling, I'm going through it. Claws are out. I'm ready to jump into this reaction. You want to see this in a full reaction? I promise you, soon it'll be a positive one. Please click the link down below, my Patreon link. Subscribe today or join the Patreon family. And hopefully, I believe soon I'll be able to have memberships back on this platform. Let's pray, but you know, it's YouTube. Please help me with the freebies. I'm in a bad mood. So please like, share, and comment down below. Now, without further ado, let's jump into Avatar: The Last Airbender and find out exactly what the show has got to give.
Hello?
Yes!
Anybody there?
Save your voice. Earth Kingdom soldiers aren't particularly tolerant. Are most definitely not. The best of circumstances. With any luck, he's probably halfway back to his ship by now.
This is all his fault. What do you think will happen to us?
In my experience, the Earthbenders aren't exactly kind to their fallen foes.
Were you working with the enemy?
It's complicated. I was trying to protect you. The Firebenders said that they would kill us, and then they'd attack the city if I didn't cooperate. Just minor designs, nothing of any value in war.
Anything can be turned into a weapon in the wrong hands.
Your father had to leave your family to go to war, leaving you just a boy in charge. You compromise just enough to get by.
My father would have never done what you did.
Aang's in prison.
Oh!
What are you talking about? Looks exactly like a sky bison. It's supposed to be a badger mole. You sure? I like the parts of Omashu that aren't so depressing.
Cities are like people. They always have their dark sides.
A war started by the Fire Nation. And a war the Fire Nation could end.
My brother, the Fire Lord, sees things through only one lens. Victory or defeat.
That's why Zuko's so hot to catch me? So he can win this war? For his dad? You could show him this isn't the way. He'll listen to you. He owes you that much.
It is I who owe him.
Really?
Omashu's prison is deep in the heart of the mountain, surrounded by solid rock. The only way in or out is through the palace.
We're not leaving Aang.
You can get us into the palace.
What about the tunnels?
Tunnels?
There are tunnels, but they're unstable. Those who go in never come out. If you believe the tales, vengeful spirits guard the passages. There's nothing I can do about the palace guards.
We'll worry about that. Just help us get inside.
An Earth Kingdom labor camp for prisoners of war. No one who's been sent there has ever been hurt from a camp. You're not as lucky. You're going to see the king.
This one shows a path due south, and this one spirals straight up.
It's my Fire Nation contact.
The Avatar has returned to the world. It's time to stop hiding.
Oh, he's sleeping.
Your Highness, he was caught fighting, destroying property, menacing the people.
Lotus root, pine bark, dried jasmine, scalding hot water, steep for 2 minutes. He, the savior of the world. He is the Avatar.
Boomy?
Hello, Aang.
Boomy!
More importantly, how are you still alive? I'm still a child. Throw him a feast.
Shit!
You betrayed us.
Oh, shit.
Betrayed you? Not everyone out there is the enemy.
If you stand against us, you are.
You've forgotten what you're fighting for. You told me to remember my mother, and I did. That's how I know you've ended up on the wrong side. You're not fighting for anything you love. You're fighting because of hate.
I am nothing like the Firebenders.
Oh, where did you learn that?
Look at the power you have. That's because of me.
That wasn't you. That was me.
Sir, I was assigned prisoner transfer duty, but I'm late.
The Firebender was taken to the pit. The other one's still here. You're just gonna stand there? What are you gonna do?
It's like a video game.
Seaweed stew. Heard it really helps with your complexion.
I don't eat meat.
That's right, you don't.
Was this a test?
What? A test? No. More like a game. The world is on fire. People are dying. And you got to sleep through it all.
Is why I need to get to the Northern Water Tribe as soon as possible.
Let us leave. You dare tell me I should care? Have you watched your whole world burn down around you?
Can't make me believe you've lost hope. Not you, but me.
Challenge accepted. Shake it.
So dig a bit and you will find.
Yeah, that was all kinds of right. We're doing what we're doing. Right, but why are you doing it here? Acoustics. If these guys are okay being here, the tunnels probably aren't that bad. Right. Tunnels.
Those are the tunnels.
We have to find our friend.
Oma and Shu met on top of the mountain that divided their two villages. The villages were enemies, so they couldn't be together. But their love was strong, so they found a way. They built elaborate tunnels so that they could meet secretly. Oma didn't come. She'd been killed in an attack. Both villages helped her build a new city where they would live together in peace. The great city was named Omashi. Love is brightest in the dark. Remember that.
There's nothing to be afraid of in there.
Right. There's no such thing as angry spirits.
Secret tunnel. A full complement of earthbenders, just for one old man. I'm flattered.
Our nation general who laid siege to Ba Sing Se for 600 days. Someone might be tempted to take matters into their own hands.
Now, is there anything I can do to make your journey more comfortable?
You sure? Come on, don't hesitate to speak up.
A word of advice, the direct path is not always the best path.
You mean we should take the route that doesn't?
It means you should be careful where you step. Maybe I just wanted to play a game, like we did back in the old days. I just wanted a bite of rock candy.
I'm coming, Uncle.
Well, what do you know? Love is brightest in the dark. Get it? It was a clue.
These things are everywhere. On the walls, on the floor. They're pretty random.
It's a path. Love is the answer. Love is all you need. Love makes the world go round.
Now you're listening to the minstrels? You keep acting like you know everything when you couldn't even tell that a traitor was flat out lying to you.
Says the girl who fell for a terrorist. You don't get to just ignore me.
I can't if you're being an idiot.
Dad put me in
You're
charge.
not Dad! Imagine if Gran could see us now.
We could go for some of her seal jerky.
Or noodles. With the hot broth.
Come on. We better get going.
What a waste of water.
No, Ba Sing Se. The city had to ration fresh water after the first year of the siege. Being in the military, we got special privileges. My brother, though, he had a soft heart. He was on watch the night you torched the eastern wall. By the time we put the fires out, there was nothing left of him to bury. All those lives lost. All that fighting. And Ba Sing Se still stands. We were at war.
I was a soldier. You were a butcher.
I can still smell smoke when I go to sleep at night.
He wasted water and apple.
War pushes us to the edge. Some of us don't like what we find there. Know nothing of loss.
So, his son dies a hero, and he'll be forever known as a coward.
Oh.
Take comfort in knowing that Liu Ten will forever be hailed as a champion of the Fire Nation.
Thank you, Ozai.
What a great honor for you and for Liu Ten to die in the service of the Fire Nation. Liu Ten gave me this. He'd won it for finishing first. He said it should belong to someone destined to do great things. He gave me strength. Liu Ten never needed it because he was the strongest person I knew.
He lost family, just like us. He knows how those memories can hold you back. Jet might have gone down the wrong path, but he was pushed that way, just like Sai was.
You know, Sai told me I should be an engineer.
You should.
That was my true calling.
What I said about you and Dad,
Forget it.
you had it harder than him.
I'm going a little far, girl.
I shouldn't be here. We were here before, but this wall wasn't.
How is that possible?
The tunnels are changing.
Oh.
These challenges, games, tests, none that make any sense.
Nothing has made sense in 100 years.
Fun-loving, happy kid who loves to skip rocks and always thinks about his friends. I believe that kid is still in there.
Who cares about saving the world? No, more fun to goof off. Am I right? Let's play one final game.
Is this a Pokemon Stadium?
Simplest one of all. You versus me.
Oh, absolutely not, sir.
To the death.
What's that?
Any chance I imagine that?
Magical.
Butch! We've all seen enough death. We need to go. I think you should no time. They'll send more soldiers soon. What's going on?
Are we dead? Love is brightest in the dark. It wasn't about the crystals. That's not what guided Almanche through the mountain. It's blind. They don't navigate by sight, but by feeling. Love is brightest in the dark.
Say it again. Sometimes I say.
So they respond to love. Excuse me, Mr. Badgermole. We'd really appreciate if you could show us the way to the palace.
Some of us have to fight even when we don't want to. That's what it means to be in a war. You'd have known about that if you'd been around. But you weren't. You were the Avatar. And you left us. You can't rely on anyone. Even your friends. Who gets the last of the food scraps, the orphanage, or the soldiers? You have to make choices like that. Let it fall, Aang, and learn what it means to be the Avatar. Then the world is doomed.
You can rely on your friends. And that's the only way I'm gonna save the world. Remember this? I used it to call a friend. I wasn't here for the world. Or for you. But I'm here now.
Have all the guards on the walls?
Yes, Your Highness.
Good. Tell them I'll be there soon.
You're under attack?
We will be. But we will be ready. So the Mechanist alerted the generals to a network of spies in the city. Helped us round them up. Oh, but I do have one more challenge for you.
Seems we are always getting on or off boats. Perhaps that is our lot in life, Prince Zuko.
Is this the fire sorter? No. Oh, this is him. I'm sorry.
You want to come with me?
I've come fully prepared. All the tea I need.
I don't need a babysitter.
How about a friend?
Theme of the show. How about your uncle?
My father made it very clear that I'm not to return until I find the Avatar. It could be a very long time before we return home.
Everything I need is on this boat.
Uncle is everything. If he dies, I'm over the show.
What is it, Zuko?
Nothing.
Well. Ooh, yeah. So that was an okay episode. What was this, the fourth? This was the fourth, right? It's always, for me, I always find the fourth or the middle of the season, I always find it to be the weakest. This episode would have been good if, it was okay. I would never want to watch it. Well, I have to watch it again. I have to edit it. It had these teachable moments in it where it was trying to teach you, always count on a friend. I feel like the strongest part was the two fire people. I actually really like watching them, and I love the uncle. The uncle actually makes me want to always cry. And I'm also, as I told you guys when I started this episode, I'm in a bad mood, and I'm very emotional today. Cancers! But anyway, water signs, we're the worst. But anyways, so I really do enjoy following the uncle and following everything about him. He just gets me emotional at times. So his son, and we learned about his son died, and now he kind of looks after his nephew as kind of a son figure is what it seems. But the theme of this episode obviously dealt with friends, and let's be friends, and count on your friends. And in real life, you're like, yo, friends actually suck. You gotta let me stop being so negative. I literally will watch this reaction and be like, ooh, if I watch this tomorrow, I'll be like, ooh, I was in a bad mood. I'm so negative. So let me think positive. I think the weakest part of this episode was the king of the castle of the Earth Kingdom. He was, okay, so I thought Zuko, what's his name? The brother, right? I thought he was annoying, but the king, I don't know if it was trying to be humorous, where we were supposed to laugh a lot, and maybe some people found him enjoyable. I thought he was dreadful. Minus his action scenes in it, that was good. But his whole I feel like I was in a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. Besides that, I actually thought he was super annoying. Not even semi, he was all the way. His jokes were everything about him. And then I can tell is actually a really young actor, but the makeup on him, that set, that 1 to the 2, it wasn't giving me the 1 to the 2. And it kept taking me off of what he was saying. I'm just really picky today, right? And because I've been in acting, although I have to say something, I've had makeup on, but I've never had the aging makeup on, and I kind of want to see what that would be like the process of that. That's really fascinating. That I do like. So, but I feel I don't know, in this particular episode, I felt like I was literally at Disney World. And listen, don't come for me unless I send for you, but I totally just feel everything minus the two Fire Lords, even Aang was hitting me with Disney. And then the waterbender, she was hitting me all the way with Disney. You know who wasn't, who I thought was, this is the 4 strongest people. The 2 Fire Lords, and then the boy in the wheelchair, and then his father. Those 4 are the ones that I paid attention the most, that I enjoyed the most in this episode. Those are the 4 people that I really liked. And I actually like Jet. I do like Jet, but Jet kind of gave me a little bit of Disney too. Somebody's like, okay, well, it is Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I don't know, it just felt very Disney-fied this episode, and it's probably most likely because it was in the 4th episode. I just wasn't all the way invested in it. I really wanted me to get away from the king. I actually was like, listen, just kill him so we get over this story and get over you. But I understand, maybe the king also was trying to teach him and whatever, but he obviously has some type of resentment, like everybody else does in this world, against the Avatar, because the Avatar was hidden away, sleeping for 100 years. Kind of crazy that he is still alive after 100 years, and he has to be over 100 years old, because he was a boy and looked like he was, what, 7, 8 around that time. So he's like 108 right now and is living his best life, doing his Brock of Pokemon, and then giving you like Brock of Pokemon but also Mortal Kombat at the same time. So that was a very interesting mix to the flow. Regardless, I think this was the weakest for me. I'm excited to get into the next episode though. I want to get into this Water Kingdom, and I actually really just want to spend more time with the actual Fire Lord and his daughter. I want that battle something to happen ASAP. I need Aang to learn the other elements. We keep hearing that the last Avatar knows all 4 elements, but he's only using air still, although air is actually extremely good and powerful. I need him to try to learn something else, but it's like, I thought he was going to learn like the element of like earth here, but they were like, nah, not really. And also, what was another weak point besides the king, when that groundhog came up and then he came, and then they were like, oh, he understands love. He understands all the feelings and emotions. He's blind, but he can feel it. Love. And we are brothers and sister, and we love each other. And then the brother was like, oh, can you show us where the kingdom was? And they didn't even pay off. I mean, well, I guess it did, because they saved the king at the end. But that groundhog was like, well, that groundhog, listen, he would be blind, child, because I don't know how he saw his other shadow, child, because we are in spring, and it feels like we are dead ass in the middle of winter still. So screw him and his tunnels. Anyways, this is what you get when I'm in a bad mood. I'm like, kill the groundhog. Screw the blind groundhog. Love. Yeah, this episode bothered me. Probably because I wasn't in the mood to hear it. Anyways, tell me what you feel down below. Once again, join Patreon. Hit me with the freebies. Like, share, and comment. I always get like 20 something likes. I'm like, I'm not doing YouTube anymore. I'm so angry. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here regardless, and staying with me in my bad mood. It is what happens sometimes. I'll see y'all next time with more reactions.